Well, let's talk about my YouTube journey again. About a month ago, I made a video specifically about exactly that. My whole journey from all the way back in 2016 to now. Well, that was last month, and I think it's time for an update. Now, I've gone over the journey in the last video, which basically started from 0 views with my first uploads all the way to early this year when I actually got monetized on YouTube, and what I have been earning since then. Now, that has been a month ago, and now I have a couple of updates for you. For starters, in the 28 days prior to the last video, I made 20,000 views, 1.6 thousand watch hours, I gained 105 subscribers, and also made 158 euros in total revenue over those 28 days from the end of September to the end of October. Now, looking at my statistics today and the last 28 days, I have published 25 videos in that time frame. I made 30,700 views. I have 1.9 thousand watch hours, as well as gaining 147 subscribers. And with that, having made a total of 160 euros in those last 28 days. Now, these are not totals for specific months, but the prior 28 days to a certain date. And that is because I just noticed that I am about to make this video when I already made one just exactly 1 month ago. So that's why I'm talking about these numbers right here. Now, what you can easily see by those numbers is growth, and that's something that I'm extremely grateful for, and especially for those 147 people that now joined this channel as subscribers to be part of this community. I also really enjoy the comment section nowadays because it is more active and there are really cool conversations happening. So that's something that is also really interesting. However, what I did find is that the growth is not necessarily as fast as in some previous months, and also the connection between views and money earned must have gone down a little bit because in the previous months I made 158 euros in 28 days with 27,000 views, and now I only have 160 euros with 30,000 views. So that's 3,000 views more for $2. Now, I'm not specifically worried about this. I'm still in this for the long run. However, I would obviously like to see more and faster growth, especially in the revenue category, because that would help me focus more of my time on making videos, and also it would help me to invest back into the video making journey. And that's something that I would love to do specifically with different pieces of equipment I would love to test out, build this setup, and also make videos about that process. Now, if you want to support this channel, you can always do this by either using the affiliate codes that I have in my description when I talk about products and linking to Amazon, or you can use the support link that you will also find in every description on my YouTube channel. And right now that is run through buymeacoffee.com, where you can basically give a donation to this channel and to me being able to provide you with these videos. Now, with that said, I am still in a very good position right now with my client work as well as my YouTube journey here, that I can totally live off both of these combined. And of course, as this journey grows, I will be able to reduce my client work potentially and basically just do YouTube full time, which is basically a goal for myself to hit that by the end of the year. However, that might not happen, and maybe it's just gonna be early next year in some time. But overall, I'm already enjoying an incredible freedom to be able to freelance and do these YouTube videos, which gives me the flexibility in time as well as place to be able to do this out of my studio right here. Now, in my last overview, I mentioned a couple of goals that I have for this channel in terms of how I would like to process it forward and also make more videos. Now, I made 25 videos in the last 28 days, which is not quite the 28 videos that I would have wanted to make, because I mentioned that I'm going to do daily videos now, and I haven't quite stuck to that goal. Now, the reason for that is because I was making videos that are very intense in terms of their workload, in terms of B-roll shots, as well as doing tests and then also shooting the talking head and editing. Doing that on a daily basis is really taxing, and I noticed that I can't quite keep that up in the same way. There are videos that are easier to shoot, easier to edit, and also easier to research or combine my thoughts into a stream of information for you to watch. However, some of these videos in terms of comparing microphones or testing out certain features on, for example, the Zoom F6, those take more time in terms of their research component or their testing component, and it's really intense. Now, I'm probably not going to stick to the daily upload schedule from here on out. However, I'm still trying to make as many videos as possible, and sometimes that might even amount to a daily upload week or something similar. This, however, is heavily dependent on being able to do those videos and combine it with my client work, and of course also how hard those videos are to produce. Right now, for example, I just produced a mini-series yesterday about OBS Ninja and NDI-HX, basically to use your phone as a webcam inside of OBS for live streaming, and that one was really easy to film for me. It kind of rolled off my tongue, and overall it's just a very nice way to make more videos faster. Now, I still have to edit those videos and make the thumbnails and such things, but I'm confident that that will be just combined with also this video right here, and then the whole upload schedule thing might take care of itself again. Now, two components that I also want to mention to this is that it is about time management as well as perfectionism. Now, talking about perfectionism first, that's basically my desire to make a really, really good video. Because, for example, if I talk about a piece of equipment or my setup here, I not only want to have this talking headshot, but I also want to highlight the pieces of gear. Sometimes that's really easy because I just can use my Canon EOS R and then film, for example, the Zoom F6 or the microphone B-roll after I have done my talking head video, and I know which shots I need. The harder ones for me are the ones where, for example, I have to have the EOS R in the shot, because then I also have to resort to my phone. And with that, I always have a little bit of a friction, because there's a quality difference between being able to shoot at a 1.8 aperture on a full frame camera and the camera lens of the iPhone. Now, don't get me wrong, the iPhone is an amazing camera and you can do a lot with it, even if that's your main camera. However, if you're used to the shallow depth of field of a 35-1.8 and full frame camera, then that is really a strong comparison. And of course, I would love to have the perfect quality and the perfect setup, but that is just not possible at this time. Now, eventually, I will hopefully have a secondary camera with which I, for example, can do those shots where I have one camera in the shot and the other one filming the shot. But until then, it has to be this way. And I basically have to just lower my desire for perfection and quality to be able to accommodate this and not let that hinder myself in even going that far and making those videos. The other thing is about personal time management, and there it is really a thing to learn and constantly relearn how we use our time productively. For me, for example, it's sometimes really a struggle whether I need to research more or just make the video, whether I need to test more or I can just make a video, or whether I should watch more videos about something or if I should just make my own videos. Oftentimes it's so easy to consume what other people are making. Sometimes it's just the way that we are programming ourselves to just go into watching something instead of producing something. And even nowadays with TikTok and Instagram specifically, those two are really enticing and easy to spend hours on. And that way I really have to learn for myself to cope with those things. Now, I'm trying to help myself with that process again and again. And most of the time that's with removing certain apps from my phone to break that cycle. And right now that is Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, which are not allowed on my phone. And I try to not even check them even on my computer. The reason is that there I not only see certain things that are maybe attainable or dream come true situations, But at the same time, it's for me always that thing that I think I should be there too. I should make content on Instagram. I should post more stories. I should engage in conversations on Twitter and also make funny or informative videos on TikTok because it's the new thing right now. But at the end of the day, I really have to draw a line in the sand. I am trying to build my YouTube audience right now. And yes, it might be helpful to also put something on Instagram, to also put something on TikTok, but those are their own worlds. And right now, I want to focus on you out there watching this channel because I see the potential in that platform, and also it is a communication that I can do, that I feel comfortable with, and I am more of a person for these types of videos instead of, for example, the short form stories or the really short condensed videos on TikTok. However, that's really not an easy choice to make because for myself, I constantly am reminded that there are people who had no followers whatsoever just a year ago, and now on TikTok they have 1 million or a couple 100,000, and they just grow that quickly. On YouTube, that's much harder, and it really is a challenge to stick to that and not jump ship because of the shiny object syndrome in a way. But something that is really encouraging to me with my YouTube channel is that slowly but surely I am finding people that are in my niche or doing similar videos and also collaborating in my comment section, as well as myself going onto other people's comment sections and basically engaging there. I really have a lot of ideas about how we could work together on videos, and maybe even there is something like a podcast show up and coming that I'm currently thinking about that hasn't happened yet. But it really opens up the door for much more potential, and it is really encouraging to stick to this platform and create here. I even recently started using the community tab on my channel a little more for research and doing polls with you and sharing some more there. And I even would love to have access to YouTube stories. However, as far as I have read that on the help forum or the help pages of Google, you only get stories once you hit 10,000 or more subscribers. So that's still some way to go. Overall, I think it's really amazing to see this growth, this change, and how I am reacting to it and how I'm developing around it and with it. I still have a long way to go, but I also am more and more excited to make videos and also keep you posted on this journey. Now, a couple key takeaways from this video and my thoughts around how I am progressing here are the following. Now, the first thing I have here is that it doesn't necessarily make all that much difference in terms of how many videos you publish in any given time frame, because in the time frame in October, I basically made 2 videos, and then now in the last 28 days, I made 25 videos, and the difference was just 3,000 views of difference there. So it might not make all that much difference in terms of how many videos you upload. However, I still believe that it makes a huge difference in terms of how people can find you. So the more topics you cover, the better people can find you. And of course, if you are going the niche route and you really want to make high quality videos, that might be a different way. But for me, I chose the way to really cover a whole variety of topics and just make those videos that I am excited about. Another takeaway is that I really have to find a balance between quality and quantity. Because I want to produce a high quantity of videos, I might have to resort to a lower quality. Right now, for example, I am testing 1080p again because the last few videos I produced all in 4K to kind of see how that workflow would be working for me. It also means that, for example, I just tested out DaVinci Resolve versus Premiere Pro, which is the program that I am used to, and I am going to make a comparison there and how I am basically choosing between the two. And then it also means that you sometimes might have to resort to a screenshot instead of a B-roll shot, or just talking about something instead of also showing what you're doing, if that means you can make that video faster or even just publish it at all. And lastly, looking into myself to see where am I spending my time? Do I actually want to spend my time with those different things? As for myself, Instagram, TikTok, and the likes are really addictive, and not just that, they also give me that feeling of I need to do 102 things at the same time. But I'm learning that I really want to go narrow and dive deep on YouTube, because that's one platform that I have potential on, that I have an audience on, that I have you on, and also want to build that bigger and make that stronger. So that's really something that I am right now focusing on, and trying to step away from those other things and maybe add them back once I have a bit of a more peace of mind situation, or a more established route that I can also allow myself to then dabble in other things again. Now, I hope this overview of my YouTube journey has been interesting for you, and if it was, please give this video a thumbs up. That helps out a great deal with the YouTube algorithm and also helps other people find these videos. If you have any questions about my journey here on YouTube, you can leave those in the comment section down below, and also let me know if you have your own YouTube channel so that I can check it out. Also, subscribe to this channel for more videos, mostly in the tech realm, podcasting, Zoom F6, and those kind of things. And of course, hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on those. Then lastly, I hope you have an amazing day. Enjoy the weekend or weekday, whatever you might have, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.